Hey everybody, welcome to day 8 of the Titans of Bass Challenge. Today we'll be going over the question, is less more? And we'll be practicing chord changes. The beauty part about the Midnight Special, the Titans song, is there's only 2 chord changes. It goes from a C to a G and a C to an F, and that's basically it. So we're going to learn how to do that today and practice that. So let's go over the question of less is more. So here's what I asked the bass Titans. Is less more when it comes to bass playing, or is that just the cliche? Cliche is basically just wisdom that's so common, or saying that's so common it becomes untrue. Just kind of a stereotype or something that's not worth saying. So I asked them that. It's a good question, especially for beginners, so let's find out. Of course, if you haven't picked up your copy of the Titans of Bass, please check out the link below. But I wanted to go over some questions. The question is less more, and some of the answers the Titans gave me. So Billy Gould, there's the top 3, Eva Gardner, Jared Cassell from Devo, Liam Wilson from Dillinger Escape Plan. I wanted to go over those, but there's a few more here. Billy Gould from Faith No More answered the question, it's the notes that you don't play that matter more than the notes you do play. Then we'll look at Eva Gardner's number 1 here. Less is more. There's a tendency to overplay and to show off. More often than not, it hasn't been very welcome or sounded good in my experience. Less is more in everything, including life. So that's another take on it, that's less seems to be more. Jared Cassell from Devo had this to say. Before Devo, for a year and a half, I played bass with a band called 156075, the Numbers Band. They were famous in Ohio, led by guitarist Bob Kidney. He was like Paul Butterfield, but without being as famous. He was a real student of rural and urban blues. He would tell me to play less notes, just get rid of 25% of the notes I was playing, and play on the beat. The bass has to be the driver. It's about picking the right notes. The primal, hypnotic foundation has to be there. The drum and the bass needs to be locked. I love playing with Alan Myers from Devo because he's a human metronome. Another great quote, Abraham Laboriel said, one of my teachers, Steve Swallow, told me that less is more becomes a bass solo. Less is more because a bass solo is like a bear dancing. It can get very awkward. When a bear starts to dance, it has to be very careful with its movements. This is so people can discern and enjoy what you're doing. Sometimes you see some of the very virtuosos, and there's some in this book that are really, really talented and can play really fast and have great chops, and nothing against them. But you need to start somewhere and get good at playing so that it sounds good, so that you can change it or bend or break the rules. So we need to know what the rules are first. Otherwise, it will not sound proper. Liam Wilson from Dillinger Escape Plan said, less is usually more. It reminds me of when I went to school for woodworking. They have the statement, measure twice, cut once. Less is more can be a humbling of oneself to what the song really needs. Sometimes in the arch of the song, you might need to grab some attention, then you could play more. Most times I default to what is the least I can get away with. I play a lot of 16th notes. So there is a lot of more quotes on the specific topic. The whole chapter, whole day 8 is focused on it because it's an important question. So in general, less is more. This is my summation on page 142. You should be careful and thoughtful of the notes you play, as well as the notes you don't play. You should always remember to serve the song with the drummer and as the foundation of the rhythm section. Showing off or playing too many notes will usually not be appreciated by the band. It's important to really learn to listen so you play the bass in the way you think the song needs. This comes with practice and experience and listening to many different kinds of music. The subtle role of the bass player is to make the notes you don't play as important as the notes you choose to play. So choose. Everything's a choice. Should you play the note or not? And what note should you play? Along with this, letting a whole note resonate on your bass can create a stronger statement than playing many notes. Sometimes Pink Floyd's a good example where he doesn't play a lot of notes and they ring out a lot because it makes it a heavy, it's kind of a spacey feel. So there's a lot of good information in the book. That's kind of the question answered, is less more. So we're going to default to saying it is at this point in our bass journey. Sum it up real quick. Focus on playing less notes, but playing them well. It can mean playing more whole notes that draw them out. So on day 14 of your challenge, when you're playing a concert in front of your friends, you can choose to play one note and not whole notes, not quarter notes, but just one note, and let it ring for a verse if you want to. It's up to you. In the actual recording version, it's just steady whole notes the whole way through. If you want to draw them out, you're welcome to. So we want to practice the F2C change in the chords. So it'd be C to F, C back to F. So you can start with F, go to C, start with C, go to F, play 10 times. Just get used to that transition from F to C. Start at C, play it 10 times, then move to C and play 10 times, but in the same pattern. That's kind of the bulk of this song. It's just C to F and then C to G, G to C. So that's basically the whole song. So get used to those. So let's start with the F to C change and try to do it as smooth as possible. Then we're going to do the G to C change. And so play G 10 times, and then we'll move to C note 10 times. So by now you should know where those are. Probably should be going lower to match the song, and try to be smooth as possible. Practice this for about 10 minutes on both G to C and F to C. Remember back with our treasure map example a few days ago, we needed something to learn why we're practicing. So just think about playing with a song that you'll be playing your own song under 2 weeks from picking it up, maybe from never playing. So listen, learn to play smoothly, don't put too many notes in, really listen to what's going on and serve the song. You're almost there really. When you master just putting them together and following along in time, basically you're playing bass. Along with the exercises, we'll switch it up a little bit today. Listen to the Midnight Special no bass version. You'll see a link below 5 times. You want to now picture yourself playing the notes in it. So you want to hear it without it, so you're going to fill it in, which is pretty much the same, very similar version. You'll be playing live too. It has just a bit more space in it, the live version. So get used to it and you'll be the one playing. Pretty cool, huh? Please like and subscribe. Also, this exercise would be kind of fun today if you commented on who your favorite Titan bass is, or who do you like, what quotes do you like, who would you love to meet in real life, an interview like I did. It'd be kind of a neat little exercise. Try that. Like, subscribe, see you tomorrow, and practice, and listen to the Midnight Special song. Take care.